Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this 9:40 hour of the morning. We are very wet and rainy all day long, and that's going to continue our forecast into this afternoon. But we're going to go ahead and take you outside to our Skycam network as what we're looking at. It's just not a fun day. It's not something you want to be outside for today because it's just going to be, we have showers expected till next week, and that's the sad part about it. We need the rain, but it's just too much rain is too much. And that's just how this morning is going. It's just already done rained 1,000 pounds of rain, and then it's just too much. But we're not really exactly so much worried about the localized flooding yet, but it could become an issue for parts of next week. And of course, we'll dive into that. Um, when we come back in just a little bit. But let's take you. This is a look at I-385 southbound at mile marker 26 in Fountain Inn near the Fountain Welcome to Fountain Inn sign. And drivers are taking it cautious because there's not many people on the road, but we need to kind of slow it down and because some even parts of the day you have seen on our tri-split that they have been parts of heavy rain, and then now it's just like you'll get a portion that's heavy and then you'll get some that's not heavy. But we're gonna give you the most accurate forecast that we can give you this afternoon. Or this morning, I guess, because we're not officially made into the afternoon hours. Okay. So what you're about to be looking at on your screen is our radar. So you can see we're 64 in Greenville at the GSP Doppler radar. But we're gonna get you a little bit closer to home. There we go. Alrighty, here at home, we're feeling about mixed temperatures this morning. Um, that's okay. 64 in Greenville, 68 in Simpsonville, and 73 in Lawrence. So just kind of depends on where you are. Still, the colder we get. Now, the rain is still in our forecast. Over the next several hours, I would expect for the rain to continue on all day long, even get potential for lightning. You can see all this grid of lightning on your screen between Simpsonville to Lawrence to Whitmire. Those are areas that could see some lightning this morning, and the probability definitely is there. The potential is there. We may see some lightning out of this. Um, but those will be our hours, about 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, between now and then, there is the possibility for the lightning to be somewhat into our forecast for the upstate, but right now I don't think we really have any lightning. Um, well, we may have a little bit of lightning. You can see on our tri-split, yeah, there is a few reports of lightning on your screen, but not too many. But it just kind of depends on where you are. Is kind of where our lightning forecast is going to look like. Now, let's get you back to that weather. Because every sky cam we look out of is just a nasty, wet, rainy day, and it's not fun. But we're gonna take you to another sky cam. It's gonna get you more into the rain, so you can kind of see how everybody is doing. What you're about to be looking at is I look at I-23, or 26, excuse me, east at mile marker 52.4 near Clinton and Lawrence, and that area is just drivers are continuing to take it nice out there this morning, because it is a wet day for sure. Not something you want to be in, but of course, when we come back from our little break, we'll have the full complete latest on the Skycam network of what you need to know for this afternoon. We're back here on this rainy Saturday. Let's go ahead and take you to our Skycam network with time saver traffic. On your screen, it is just a washout day. Very much washout. You can literally just bet your bottom dollar that you're going to be out here all. It's just going to be a mess, right? So that's why we're going to give you the most accurate forecast we can this morning. Thanks to the Skycam network. So let's, without further ado, like we said, Skycam network is looking great out there this morning from I-385 south. Drivers are taking it slow, which is a good thing. Now, we're looking at our impact day forecast. For drivers who, oh, sorry, for drivers who are, um, they are driving. Right, can't hardly speak, but looks like that we are looking good out there. So that is definitely a good thing this morning because we need everybody to be driving out there slow. You can see on the right hand side of your screen, we have um our radar, and our radar is looking pretty good so far. I'm not seeing, I mean, there's lightning, don't get me wrong, but it's not too terrible. So that is good. So let's, without further ado, let's go ahead and take you into our live Doppler radars across the upstate. Kind of gave you the most accurate forecast we can give you this afternoon and when our rain will be moving out of our area. So our impact day forecast is on your screen for this afternoon. You can just tell that the rain is in and it is locked and loaded. So it's sitting out right now all across the upstate, even some heavy at times from Greenville to Travelers Rest. All those areas, maybe even seeing some heavier downpours possible this afternoon or this morning. Now, 10, 11 o'clock, those heavier downpours kind of move out of our area, um, which is certainly a good thing. Trying to show you something. Okay. Oh, as we totally lost. Okay. So you can see we have been watching the El Nino system out in the coast. But I will say that the hurricane tracker is there's nothing out there. I think it's kind of went away, the El Nino. I'm not really sure. We've been kind of tracking that off and on, but 64 in Greenville right now and feeling the 64 degrees for sure. 64 in Greenville. Oh, as we get a little bit closer in, but not too close. 68 in Simpsonville and 71 in Erie. So the warmer we get is kind of down towards, if you want to get any warmer, you can go down towards Charleston, right? That's the areas that is getting more warmer now. By lunchtime, a little after, we expect temperatures to get a little bit more warmer outside from Greenville to Spartanburg. But just remember that when those temperatures get warmer, it's going to be still feel cold because it's raining outside. So when it's feeling 71 or 70 degrees, it's more likely than not going to feel like 64 out there. So that's not our feels like. That actually on your screen is not our feels like temperature. That's going to be our actual temperature. 82 in Newberry. So that's going to be something to see. So, I guess okay. So that's going to be a little interesting to see this afternoon to see how much of the rain we do get, because this our expected temperatures or precipitation is a lot. As you can see, 8.85 in Simpsonville, actually towards the studio. Yeah, that's crazy. 0.004 in Greenville. But I'll say Lawrence and Northbound have seen the most rain this morning. That's the expected for this afternoon. Now, 5, 6 o'clock, we continue our temperatures to plummet and to get even warmer, but we still can't really feel it, right? We may get warmer, but does that mean we're going to get warmer? No. So, our forecast weather is supposed to be a little bit more warmer this afternoon. Um, oh gosh, we didn't totally got out of it. Okay, so it's feeling about 64 by about, or tell me, it's about lunchtime, a little after, feeling about 60s, maybe even topping out at 75 for some of the upstate. By 7 o'clock, we are going back down. 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Our temperatures are going back down, and we see more heavier rain arrives from Greenville to Spartanburg and the I-85 connector right through there. Potentially more heavier downpours 12, 1 a.m. to or 2 a.m. tomorrow morning is when we see a lot more heavier downpours. Now, this is more probably heavier than we've had today. But that is kind of widespread tomorrow from Anderson County to Pearl to Greenville counties and Spartanburg counties. You can see that lightning potential is there for all of the upstate, excluding TR and other locations like Walhalla and stuff like that. But 4 or 5 a.m., the rain you may think that is going away, but by 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, we have a lot more heavier downpours towards um, Lawrence, Fountain, and Simpsonville, but the rain is back into our forecast. Now, you may get a little break at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning getting ready for church, those 8 a.m. services. You may get a little break, if that. Some models showing you might, and some saying you won't. So, I'm expecting if we do receive a break, it will be about tomorrow, about 9 a.m. Then 10, 11 o'clock, more lighter rain into the upstate by lunchtime, a little after, still continuing to rain. Now, our rain re arrives by 8 o'clock tomorrow night. And Monday night, expecting rain to be just widespread, right? We're expecting rain even up to next Saturday, even next Sunday. Now, 8 a.m. on Monday, this model is off. This model is showing we're not going to see any rain most of the day on Monday, but that's not 100% true. But expect it to be more arrived after that. Now, we're timing this out to next Saturday, potentially. That's the crazy part about it. Next Saturday is when we could see this radar or this rain still on our door, knocking on our door. That's the crazy factor. So, our rain accumulation for the next several days. So they expect by um, Thursday to be a lot of rain and our temperature is feeling about the 70s all week. So that's a good thing, but still continue to rain all week long. So make sure you can stay with us for all the local news and weather for the upstate. But just remember that it's just going to be a lot of rain, a lot of heavy rain. And just don't plan anything on your week that you know you're probably not going to get to do because I would love to say you could, but there's just probably not any chance that we'll get to do that. But anyway, we're gonna hope for the best this week and just do that. Hopefully we can get some good forecasts out there this afternoon. Or this week. Hopefully we get some good forecast built out to you. But we are following some breaking news this afternoon, and we're actually gonna pull up to our Skycam network as we're reading you this breaking news this afternoon. We do know that as of right now, we have been following after the death of former NASCAR driver Kyle Busch. We do know that a 911 call was detailed and was released saying that apparently he had been suffering a severe illness. We do know that on a 911 call was made from Concord, which was released on Friday. It says that he needed an ambulance. The man on the phone said he needed an ambulance for a patient who's short of breath, very hot, and coughing up blood. And we are still continuing to follow that story this afternoon, and we will continue to follow that. We did know a driver is charged who crashed their vehicle into an Ingalls in Greenville. We know the driver who crashed their SUV into the Ingalls on Whitehorse Road. We do know that pictures were shown that show a car that had crashed into the storefront. We do not damage a lot of glass and bricks at the store. This happened Friday morning at Ingalls on Whitehorse Road.